Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I thought I would sit down and do a gear chat in response to a comment I got in the one yesterday. I'm sipping my Mootopia. Fake sip investigator going to chime in on that when you heard the slurp. Look, there's real milk in there. And the people calling me a vegan. Now the vegans are going to hate me because, I just drank milk on camera. Pretty much it's animal abuse. All right, let's talk about this one. Let's get the disclaimer first. All right, first of all, this video is intended for educational purposes only. It is not a replacement for medical advice from your physician. I do not condone the use of illegal substances that are illegal in your country. I don't condone or endorse the use of any sort of prescription pharmaceutical outside of the care of a medical doctor. All of that being said out of the way, one of the regulars chimed in and said, no, this information isn't redundant. If you've seen the state of forums and stuff today, these younger guys literally say things like, you got to use at least 100 milligrams of Anavar a day to get a benefit. You got to have a minimum of 600 milligrams of Primo to get a benefit. Medically speaking, this is not true. Practically speaking, neither one of these are true. These are just not factual statements. Again, not even about opinion. This is verified with clinical trials in real human beings by medical doctors and researchers to be false. Here's the problem with this. A lot of these substances like this are developed to have reduced side effects. In some cases, even better health markers or differences between that and normal testosterone. That is one of the reasons they're developed. So because they're lower side effect in many ways, for many of the side effects, because a lot of younger people, and again, keep in mind my last one was talking about masters lifters not liking side effects. One of the things, not health side effects or quality of life side effects in general, because they're trying to stay healthy. And I went into vast detail into what's normal today. Because of that, you'll find a lot of really younger lifters feel like if they're not getting side effects, they're not getting gains. There's no point in taking anything if you're not having just crippling side effects, right? Side effects that make you hate your life, then clearly you're not taking enough. It's not working, right? If you can't, if your back doesn't spasm so bad from one set of curls that you have to sit down for 30 minutes, clearly not taking enough. If your entire back and face isn't covered in acne and you don't look like Sam Saluk, who's going to be dead in 5 years, then clearly you're not taking enough. Okay, that's ridiculous. Case in point, let's discuss those two substances. Anavar is, in terms of a lot of side effects, is probably the mildest oral, especially in terms of hepatotoxicity. I don't know about total side effects, but Anavar is very strong. And I can tell you right now, anyone who's telling you that they're taking 100 milligrams of Anavar a day, they're not buying real Anavar. They're taking Winstrol. They bought fake Anavar because real Anavar, I'll give you a clue so that you'll know you're on real Anavar. You take 100 milligrams a day and try to do a set of squats or deadlifts. Anything 5 or more reps, one set. You'll know it's real Anavar. Everyone who's familiar with it's laughing. They understand. If you can still stand up, right? Let's say your 5 rep maximal squat is 405. Go do 405 for 5 reps. If you can walk back to your car after that while holding your chin back, that's not real Anavar. 100% sure of that. Do a heavy set of cheat curls to failure and see if you can still stand up without having to have someone put a heat pad on your lower back. I'm almost exaggerating, but guys, come on. That's ridiculous. Clinical trials, even in men, 20 milligrams of Anavar a day has a very robust effect. Okay? Adding that on top of a replacement dose or higher of testosterone should have a relatively profound effect on your body composition. It should be significant. Should be significant strength gains. In fact, doses like that in clinical trials when added to a replacement dose of testosterone have reduced visceral fat around the organs, like measurably within a matter of weeks. Okay, that is a lot. If it's real, 20, 25 milligrams a day, no, that's significant. That is more than enough to see results. In women, 5 milligrams, 10 milligrams a day should produce significant effects. All right, this is ridiculous. All right, this is ridiculous. This is why all these people have to cycle on and off all the time too. I was talking about blasting and cruising, at least replacement amounts with small amounts of stuff, where some guys just stay on because they use more moderate amounts to keep their blood work better. You guys got to quit thinking in these terms, though. But Anavar I wouldn't run long term. No, I mean, you should be able to see very, very good benefits on 20 milligrams as part of your stack. The same thing, and even up to 50, you might start getting very pronounced side effects. And 50 is potent. People forget Anavar is stronger than Anadrol milligram per milligram. It's significant. The same thing, Primo. It's almost as strong as testosterone in terms of anabolic activity. Since when have you ever, so let's say 80%, so people's minimum is 600. That's the equivalent of adding 500 milligrams of test. Has anyone out there ever had to add 500 extra milligrams of test to an existing stack for it to do anything? Keeping in mind a replacement dose is about 100 to 125. We've got robust clinical trials with 300 milligrams. Okay, I think 300 really shines personally, my opinion. But literally, guys who are on replacement doses of test can sometimes add 100 milligrams, who are actually high aromatizers, can come off of their AI by simply adding 100 milligrams of Primo, and it enhances their muscle growth. Another example kind of brought up in the thing too, if someone's already on 500 milligrams of testosterone, adding 200 milligrams of Primo to that will significantly enhance the entire nature of your cycle. It will completely transform it because, number one, it will increase free testosterone. Number two, it will compete for the aromatase enzyme. For a lot of guys, they will see their estrogen go down without a decrease in IGF-1 like an aromatase inhibitor will. Okay? Their free testosterone will go up. Like, this is before we get into any anabolic benefit of the Primo. Their free testosterone will go up. Their estrogen will usually go down. Okay? You don't think that's going to have a significant effect and just by itself? Your free testosterone goes up, say, 10% from that. And your estrogen might go down 30, 40, 50%. You don't think that's going to change the entire nature? I know that it will. On top of that, the primobolan is still going to have approximately 80% of the anabolic effect that testosterone would. So it's still going to add to the muscle protein synthesis. But what you're usually going to see, other than hair, for most guys, the side effects may go down slightly. They're going to be drier, leaner, but they're going to gain more muscle. So where are people coming up with these ludicrous ideas? That because you're not seeing more side effects by adding 200 milligrams of Primo, that it's not doing anything? It is an anabolic agent that also happens to reduce SHBG and potentially reduce estrogen. There's no benefit to that. It's 200 milligrams. It's like adding, again, another 160 milligrams of test in terms of muscle protein synthesis. Again, what world do we live in to where adding additional tests like that wouldn't cause more muscle growth? Come on. In fact, I will go so far as to say that someone running 500 tests versus that, they're probably going to look better. They're going to be less bloated. They're going to gain more muscle. They're going to reduce estrogenic side effects. I'm not saying running large amounts of Primo won't add additional benefits, but this idea that that is not additive, or that a person wouldn't see phenomenal results off doing that. I mean, the same thing. Someone could be running a moderate amount of tests. They got 20 or 25 milligrams of Anavar a day. That's going to produce significant benefits. It's insanity, guys. Complete insanity. All right, guys. Well, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.